In the heart of Maharashtra lies a hidden sanctuary, Bhigwan, where the monsoon rains transform vast landscapes into a paradise for some of India's most extraordinary birds. This is a place where the rhythm of the rains brings life, and with it, a spectacle of wings and song. Bhigwan, a small village cradled in the Indapur region of Maharashtra. Fed by the mighty Ujjani Dam, these backwaters stretch across the landscape, creating a mosaic of shallow wetlands and marshy grasslands. When the monsoon arrives, the rains breathe life into this semi-arid land. What was once dry and barren transforms into a thriving wetland ecosystem. These seasonal waters attract birds from near and far, turning Bhigwan into one of India's most remarkable birding destinations. Here in this quiet corner of Maharashtra, nature stages an annual spectacle. A celebration of wings, water, and life. Among the first to arrive with the monsoon rains is a small, unassuming bird, the rain quail. True to its name, this quail's life is intimately tied to the rhythm of the rains. As the monsoon clouds gather and the first drops fall, rain quails emerge from their scattered existence, drawn to the newly flooded grasslands of Bhigwan. These birds are masters of camouflage. Their mottled brown plumage, streaked with black and buff, allows them to vanish into the grass. Even when they're just a few feet away, spotting a rain quail requires patience and a keen eye. Rain quails are ground-dwelling birds, spending most of their lives hidden among the vegetation. They move through the grass with quick, deliberate steps, their small bodies perfectly adapted for navigating dense cover. Moving quietly through the grass, even smaller and more secretive than the rain quail, is the barred button quail. These tiny ground-dwelling birds are masters of concealment. Their intricate barred plumage, marked with fine lines of black, brown, and buff, creates perfect camouflage among the dried grasses and leaf litter. Button quails are unique in the bird world. Here it's the females who are more colorful and dominant, while the males take on the primary role of incubating eggs and raising chicks, a reversal of the typical pattern seen in most bird species. They scurry mouse-like through the vegetation, their quick movements and diminutive size making them one of Bhigwan's most challenging birds to observe. As the sun climbs higher over Bhigwan's wetlands, another remarkable bird makes its presence known, the painted sandgrouse. With their intricate patterns of black, white, and chestnut, painted sandgrouse are among the most beautifully marked birds of the grasslands. The males are particularly striking, their plumage resembling an artist's careful brushwork, each feather contributing to an elaborate design. Sandgrouse are birds of open, arid landscapes. They've evolved remarkable adaptations to survive in harsh, dry environments. Yet during the monsoon, they gather at places like Bhigwan, drawn to the reliable water sources and abundant feeding grounds. These birds are seed specialists. Their diet consists almost entirely of seeds from grasses and other plants. Their strong beaks are perfectly designed for cracking open tough seed cases, and they can consume thousands of seeds in a single day. Painted sandgrouse are social birds, often gathering in small flocks. Their flight is swift and direct, accompanied by distinctive nasal calls that echo across the grasslands. These vocalizations help the flock maintain contact, especially during their journeys to water. In the wetlands of Bhigwan, where water is abundant during the monsoon, the painted sandgrouse finds temporary respite from the challenges of their arid existence. Alongside their painted cousins, another sandgrouse species visits Bhigwan, the chestnut-bellied sandgrouse. As their name suggests, males display a distinctive chestnut-colored belly that sets them apart. Their overall plumage is more subdued than the painted sandgrouse, with sandy tones that blend seamlessly with the dry grasslands. Like all sandgrouse, they share the same dependence on water, making the monsoon wetlands of Bhigwan a vital sanctuary during their wanderings. Across the lush grasslands of Bhigwan, a stately figure moves with quiet purpose, the woolly-necked stork. Named for the soft, white wool-like feathers on its neck, this large bird cuts an elegant silhouette against the green. Its dark plumage contrasts beautifully with the distinctive white neck, making it unmistakable as it forages through the monsoon grass. Woolly-necked storks are opportunistic feeders. With deliberate steps and a downward probing beak, they search the ground for insects, small reptiles, frogs, and rodents. The monsoon brings an abundance of prey, and the stork takes full advantage. Unlike some of their more gregarious stork relatives, woolly-necked storks are often solitary hunters. They prefer open grasslands like Bhigwan, where they can forage undisturbed in the vegetation brought to life by the rains. Among the grasslands, a loud, insistent call announces the presence of the yellow-wattled lapwing. True to its name, bright yellow wattles hang from its face like delicate ornaments. These striking facial features, combined with its brown and white plumage and long yellow legs, make this lapwing instantly recognizable. Alert and vocal, these birds are the sentinels of Bhigwan's grasslands, quick to sound the alarm at any perceived threat. As daylight fills the grasslands of Bhigwan, an unusual sight appears. A small owl, very much awake and alert. This is the spotted owlet. Unlike most owls that embrace the cover of darkness, spotted owlets are often active during the day. These small, compact birds with their distinctive spotted plumage and piercing yellow eyes are a common yet captivating presence in the Indian countryside. Their gray-brown feathers are liberally marked with white spots, giving them their name. But it's their eyes that truly capture attention. Large, golden yellow, and remarkably expressive. These eyes, surrounded by prominent white eyebrows, give the spotted owlet a perpetually alert, almost curious appearance. Spotted owlets are cavity nesters, making their homes in tree holes, old buildings, or even stone walls. Unlike the solitary nature of many owl species, these birds are often seen in pairs, their bond lasting throughout the year. Their vocalizations are equally distinctive. A series of harsh, chattering calls often heard at dusk and dawn. These calls serve multiple purposes: establishing territory, communicating with mates, and warning off intruders. Here in Bhigwan, under the bright monsoon sky, the spotted owlet watches and waits. In the dense vegetation along the water's edge, a secretive bird moves with cautious grace, the brown crake. Crakes are among the most elusive birds of wetland habitats. Rarely seen in the open, they prefer the thick cover of reeds, grasses, and aquatic plants. The brown crake is no exception, spending most of its life hidden from view. With its rich brown plumage on the upper parts and softer gray underparts, the brown crake is beautifully adapted to blend into its marshy surroundings. Its relatively short wings and strong legs reveal its lifestyle, a bird built for walking and running rather than flying. The brown crake's long toes are a remarkable adaptation. These elongated digits distribute its weight across floating vegetation and soft mud, allowing it to walk confidently across surfaces that would not support other birds. It moves through its world with delicate, measured steps. Their diet is as varied as their habitat. Brown crakes forage for insects, small snails, worms, seeds, and tender plant shoots. They probe the mud with their slightly curved bills, extracting hidden prey with precision. The monsoon wetlands of Bhigwan provide an abundance of these food sources. The monsoon transforms Bhigwan into ideal crake habitat. The flooded grasslands, shallow pools, and dense vegetation create a perfect sanctuary for these shy birds. Here they can thrive, hidden yet ever present in the emerald world of the wetlands. To observe a brown crake is to witness a bird perfectly adapted to life at the water's edge, a master of concealment in nature's lush margins. Above the wetlands, swift shapes cut through the air with remarkable agility. The wire-tailed swallow, named for the two long, thin tail wires that trail behind them in flight, these elegant aerial acrobats are masters of the sky. Their glossy blue upper parts and clean white underparts flash as they twist and turn, capturing insects on the wing. The monsoon brings swarms of flying insects, and the wire-tailed swallows take full advantage, their graceful flight a constant presence over Bhigwan's waters. On the drier, open ground at the edges of Bhigwan's wetlands, a long-legged bird moves with purpose, the Indian courser. With their sandy brown plumage and distinctive cream-colored eyebrow stripes, Indian coursers are perfectly adapted to open, arid landscapes. Their long legs carry them swiftly across the ground as they hunt for insects and other small invertebrates. Coursers prefer to run rather than fly, their speed and agility allowing them to pursue prey on foot. When they do take to the air, their flight is low and direct, quickly returning to the safety of the ground. These birds of the open spaces find refuge in Bhigwan's varied terrain, where grassland meets bare earth. Perched on a thorny branch, a striking predator surveys the grasslands. The southern gray shrike. With its bold black mask, pearl gray upper parts, and white underparts, this small but fierce hunter is a presence in Bhigwan's open areas. Despite their songbird appearance, shrikes are formidable predators, hunting large insects, lizards, and even small birds. In the short grass, a tiny lark forages quietly, the gray-crowned Sparrow-Lark. These diminutive birds, with their distinctive gray crown and subtle plumage, move inconspicuously through the grasslands, feeding on seeds and small insects close to the ground. Nearby, another lark species makes its presence known, the Indian Bushlark. With their streaked brown plumage and short crest, these larks blend seamlessly into the grasslands. Their melodious calls, often delivered from the ground or low perches, add to the soundscape of Bhigwan's open spaces. Perched atop a dead tree, a powerful raptor surveys its domain, the long-legged Buzzard. From this high vantage point, the buzzard watches the grasslands below with keen eyes, ready to swoop down on rodents and small birds. Their commanding presence and pale plumage make them unmistakable sentinels of Bhigwan. Resting motionless on a branch, a jungle nightjar waits for dusk. Its cryptic plumage renders it nearly invisible against the bark. As the day draws to a close over Bhigwan, the wetlands shimmer in the fading light. From the secretive rain quail hidden in the grass, to the bold spotted owlet watching from its perch, from the elegant stork foraging in the fields, to the swift wire-tailed swallow dancing through the air. Each bird that visits these monsoon-blessed lands plays its part in the intricate tapestry of life. The monsoon rains transform this corner of Maharashtra into a sanctuary. What seems like a simple wetland is, in truth, a vital refuge. Here wings find rest. Here ancient rhythms continue. Here nature thrives in quiet abundance. Bhigwan reminds us that extraordinary wildlife spectacles don't always announce themselves with drama. Sometimes the greatest wonders are found in patient observation, in the subtle beauty of a camouflaged quail, in the determined flight of a sandgrouse, in the watchful gaze of an owlet. As the monsoon season turns and the waters recede, these birds will move on, following the rains to new destinations. But Bhigwan will wait, ready to welcome them back when the clouds gather once more.